know about that. So we fucked up. Oh, man. We're trying to get this shit right. We just did like half an hour with no sound.
Try it again. Say something.
You'll be able to hear it. It's delayed. Because that whole intro's done.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
So we fucked up.
All right. Shout out to Brittany for letting us know that we fucked up. God damn. Turn that shit off.
We just did like half.
God damn. Yo, y'all missed some, well, I guess that conversation will stay between Ben and me.
Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry guys.
I can't think y'all even heard that because I had the desktop audio on this fucking program muted.
That's what happened?
No, it's
You had
not.
us muted?
No.
You had us muted?
I was trying something else, and I don't fucking know. I'm not an audio engineer.
Yeah, it's
Obviously.
obviously.
I'm also not a fucking smart person.
Hey man, we're gonna have ups and downs. It's all a learning experience. Trial and error, trial and error. So it sucks.
Did you
for
bring
sure.
extra booze for this bitch?
Nah, but we might have to re-up.
We can always send Brittany, but you can't.
Hey Brittany, if you're seeing this,
She can't run down with Nola in the house.
bring the little screen with you. Knock 4 times. Thanks.
You can bring the screen anywhere, man. Bitch is over Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's
but
awesome.
I
You
mean,
could be in
like,
Montana, look at my baby in her
dude,
bed.
it would take like. Wait, what?
No, it's
Why would you lick your baby?
look at my baby.
Oh, I swear I heard lick.
Don't
and
lick my baby, you
was
fucking
like,
pedo.
Why the fuck would you lick your baby?
Well,
in
anyway,
bed?
I was talking about being in Baltimore and hitting some fucking Viet in the tail. And
Dude, and
that's-
hold on,
it's not
before-
as good as it sounds.
Hold on, before the story even starts again. No, so I literally heard the story from. So this is my perspective. Is I was on the phone with him. Remember, Brittany?
Oh,
four
fuck,
knocks.
I hit somebody.
Four knocks, Brittany.
You can do any knocks. If anybody knocks on this door, it's suspect.
No, so we were on the phone. And he was talking, we're talking, having a good conversation, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh shit, gotta go." Click. Didn't talk to him, didn't hear anything from him for a solid couple hours. And then when I talked to him, he told me, he was like, "This fucking person turned into my truck, dude, and I was dragging them for like 50 feet." That was
no,
the
'cause
story
I
that I
turned into
remember.
them.
Yeah,
I
that
turned
was
into them.
that was
I
the story.
fucking hit her.
That was the story that I remember, dude. Maybe I was just like fucked up or drunk or whatnot. But it is what it is.
I don't know, man, because I had some serious doubts about being a driver at that point, and
Yeah, I mean, you probably should. I mean, you're super short, so.
I was like, man, I don't know if I should be driving this big old missile down the road and hitting people. And I kept doing it. And 5 years later, we had a rough week, like I said, this week at our company over here in fucking Spokane.
Spokane.
Is she, I don't know who you're texting, but can people hear it now?
Oh.
I'm going to have to go in and delete all that shit. God damn. I really thought this fucking shit would work.
All right, here. I'm going to take my headphones off. We're just going to do a little test. We don't have any technical difficulties. I'll be right back.
We are technically difficult, son.
Sorry, that's probably loud.
So while Ben's away, he's trying to check if our stream is coming through, and it should be. Sounds good, right? Yeah, fuck, that sounds awesome. Oh, we golden now. Yeah. No, we're good now. We are golden now. Before you sit down, turn that camera towards you a little bit. Tiny. Oh shit, Brittany heard us. I love you, baby. Yo, put that Sam Grant on display, son.
This is what you call a good fucking wife.
I love you, Brittany. God, you're so amazing. And you knocked 4 times, like Ben's dumbass said. Ben's taking a phone call right now, so we're going to go to the hotline. Where are you going? You can't You can't just fucking duck out and take a phone call in the middle of a podcast. God damn. Anyway. Oh, man. So, we're going to get back into some stuff that we talked about. We're going to redo it, I guess. Man, this shit's so difficult to deal with. I can't understand how podcasts are so amazing in their engineering. A lot of stuff that I'm doing is through audio or through digital. And I just feel like maybe I'm just, because I'm old, it just doesn't work as well as hardware, which is why I have a mixer, even though I can plug our two mics into the interface right here, but I have a mixer and shit to deal with all that. But yeah, Ben's bitch ass better get back in here soon. God damn. So, guys, this week has been rough for the company I work for. Monday, I got a truck stuck in somebody's driveway picking up a man lift. It's been snowing like fucking crazy out here in Spokane, in the Northeast in general, in Northwest in general. Fucking Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass got hit so hard this week. And over here, it's same old shit. I mean, it's been snowing forever. I feel like it's only been about 3 days. But it just pounds down, and then I'm used to the Northeast where they actually salt the roads. Like, they use fucking salt on the roads, and the next day it's golden. But over here, they use some kind of fucking witchcraft that doesn't melt shit. It's some snake oil. And they leave a nice little clear layer of ice for you to drive on. And that's not cool. That's not cool. And so this week, after I got the truck stuck Monday, my boss got it out with his go type of personality. It's his truck. He can do whatever he wants with it, and he did stuff I would not do with it to get that fucker out. And then Tuesday, I get to work at 5 in the morning to 4-ish to leave at 5, and I find all these things wrong with the truck. Trailer lights aren't working. I had to replace some shit. It's fucking cold. Fuses were burnt. I had to replace those. Had to chain up just to hook up to the fucking trailer. I drive a pretty light goddamn truck, so it's rough. It's rough out there for us lightweights. Heavy loaded semi, I'll take that any day over a lightweight. Because there's no traction when you're light, man. There's these tires are made to be pushed down on. They're really high pressure, so if there's high pressure tires, low weight, you're just getting a lot of friction. A little friction, a lot of surface area, little friction. And you just spin. And I come from driving heavy stuff, like 100,000 pounds. Now I'm doing 40, 50,000 pounds. And not that many less tires to deal with. And my route goes through Montana. Montana, by design from God or whoever, decided to make Montana a really rough-ass place. And so it's icing up all the time. It's snowing and negative degrees all the time. You know, I can't. It's hard being a Louisiana man in this cold weather. But fuck the hot weather. I can't deal with that 100% humidity. Shout out to all y'all who can, but I can't. I'd rather deal with cold any day over that. So Ben still, I don't know who the fuck he's talking to, but this kind of shit is what I'm worried about on this fucking podcast. Can't be taking phone calls in the middle of a conversation, you know? Especially after we fucked up for half an hour. Come on now, man. We got to get this shit on the road. And I can't just stop streaming and walk away. People aren't going to watch. There's nobody watching anyway, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Shout out to People's Foots. I mean, how are you going to walk over to your computer and watch a podcast if you don't have no foot? You know? So next time you stand up, think about that appendage at the bottom of your leg there, and just say, "Hey, thanks, keeping me upright, keeping me balanced, keeping my life together." So we take that shit for granted. We take our appendages for granted. You know, you see someone out there with no appendages, no legs, no feet, no arms, no legs. Did I say all that right? You see those people out there and you're like, God damn. I mean, that's beautiful that you can still be alive and, you know, be all right.
So
And, oh shit, we got all kinds of fucking, I got a picture of Nola up there. But you could just be your, you know, you see someone out there in the world, they got no arms, no legs, no feet, no hands, and you're like, damn, bro, you still alive, you still trucking, huh? And
wait, seriously? You got some like quadriplegics that are trucking?
no, I mean trucking in like a, you know, like you're still alive kind of sense. Don't pour too much of that shit, you fucking alky.
Gotta pour one out from my
What'd you go
homies.
out there to do? Because you left me alone.
I know, man. 6 minutes. No, Hannah called me. She just made over the past and stuff like that. And I was worried all day about
Tell
it.
her to send you a goddamn text. I don't give a fuck. We're trying to do a live show here, and we already fucked up half an hour of it.
I know. She didn't even-
But yeah, I was talking.
She didn't even care. She didn't even care
Why not?
that we messed up half an hour.
Oh, well, she probably didn't. Well, she didn't understand that we had a decent conversation, and now
I tried to
it's
explain
gonna
it.
just go to shit.
Yeah. That's. I mean, so to be honest with you, I don't think it went to crap
No.
or went to shit or anything like that. Because I think
No, I'm talking about right now.
no, the conversation we had that we lost.
We're
you
only
know,
in 13 minutes in
It-
now.
dude. It is what it is. You know, it fucking sucks.
Hey, we lost that to life. I mean, that's not
Yeah.
recorded anywhere. The audio is gone forever.
But it's conversations that we always have, so it's nothing that's like.
yeah,
going to
I mean,
dissipate.
we could also rehash stuff and like you know
No,
have
it wouldn't be
second.
natural. Wouldn't
Well,
be
no, I
natural.
mean like what I'm saying is like we can rehash things in a natural way where like you can have second thoughts about what you said earlier.
I don't.
So I mean like well
It's fucking cold.
like if I mentioned
we're
the
in a
cyber,
fucking garage.
what about if I mentioned the Cybertruck again? What do you have anything to say about that?
I am curious about that, to be honest with you. So we were talking about it we went really far in depth. That it was really, really intricate.
It wasn't
so
that intricate. We were just-
no, fuck you.
we're talking about batteries and shit. That got deep.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I did. But anyways, no. So with the Cybertruck, what I was always curious about is they try to they advertise it as bulletproof and like all this other stuff. And
Yeah, I
it's,
think you made a mistake there. You just
Why-
feel like it's a truck, son.
yeah, like a heavy duty truck. But why would you go to the extent like, oh, it's bulletproof. Oh, it can withstand this. Like, what was
I don't
their
get the whole
mindset?
window breaking thing. I don't understand why he did that. I mean,
Well, he didn't mean to break
yeah, I
the
guess
window.
it was. Well, yeah, I guess it was a stunt, but
Did you know?
like I
that-
don't give a shit about like they're gonna break their windows. They're made
Yeah.
of glass.
Yeah, but I mean, like, people that
That's not what I
want
care
a
about in
bulletproof
Tesla.
car will go to specialty shops that will make your car bulletproof
Yeah,
for
but
you.
I mean, not.
So why
I wouldn't
buy?
expect that stock. You know what I'm
How-
saying?
But like, what percentage of people that are buying that truck are just strictly buying it because like it's bulletproof?
I have not done that
Sweet.
study, but you can reserve that bitch for $100.
Yeah, well, you can get on the list for $100.
That's sorry, Elon. I love you, but that shit'll come out in like 2030.
yeah, he's saying like 2021, 2022
yeah, but he
for like.
says that shit.
Dude, remember when when was it? The Roadster, dude. I think the Roadster was.
The Roadster was their first car, and then the
Yeah,
the
that was
new
before
Roadster's
Elon
different.
bought out, or before.
It was in the middle of that, I think, because I did listen to his audiobook documentary. It was a biography. It wasn't like an autobiography, so someone else wrote it, interviewing him the whole time. And I think it was in like probably the early teens of this decade. But yeah, it was the Top Gear did the Roadster. It bitch caught on fire.
No, but there's a new.
Yeah, there's a new Roadster.
Yeah, and that got announced over a year, almost 2 years ago now, I think, or something. Like
People are still waiting on, and the Roadster had much more higher of a reserve price than Cybertruck. We good?
Cool.
Cool,
I just
yeah,
double.
yeah.
I don't, dude. I'm like paranoid
we're
now.
Good. We're golden now.
But I mean,
God damn, I can't believe that shit happened. I even double checked before we started.
okay, I'm gonna send this link to Hannah. I doubt she'll listen to it, but
Yo, listen to this shit, Hannah.
Hannah.
Are you
Hannah?
Jewish? I know them Jews named Hannah like to say Hannah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I guess it's a Jew name.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
I mean Jew in the most respectful way.
You know, Benjamin or Benjamin or whatever.
Benjamin.
Benjamin. There we go.
I'm just kidding. I don't fucking know if that's how people say it.
I don't fucking.
That's how you'd say it in Spanish.
Benjamin.
And that's what I go to everything. You know,
In
if
Spanish.
you were just strictly pronouncing letters, you know, that's how you'd say it in Spanish.
Yeah.
Benjamin.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about learning a different language?
Always, man. Spanish mostly, because I love Spanish.
And it's most utilized.
Yeah, it's one of the
What was that? I heard a little ding.
most widely, I think it's number 2 in, like, you know what I can't remember, but English is not the number 1 spoken language in the world.
I would say it was Spanish.
In fact, I don't know if that's true, because I feel like I looked that up and I just totally dismissed it. I forget what it was, but
You know, I tried to learn Russian, right?
why?
So when I
Because
bought,
there's so many Russian escorts around here.
when I bought my Mercedes
really know that.
in Seattle, I
Yeah.
bought it for $800. Sweet deal. Bought it from a friend, and his girlfriend was from Russia, and it was her car
So
that
you're
he was
trying to get in it with her.
No, man. And so
All right, I
he
see
bought
how
the
it
car.
goes.
He had the car from her, selling it for her. Long story. Anyway, she moved back to Russia, got the car. I was like, cool. You know, I was driving around one day, and I was like, this doesn't have a CD player, but it says CD on the dash. So I pressed CD, and it started playing this learn
It's
how to
like
speak Russian. And I was like, what? And
Czar dialect.
dude, it had a 6-disc CD player in the trunk, and I was like, this is sweet.
That's some fucking 90s ghetto hood rich.
Hell yeah, dude. It was awesome.
My fucking 2010 has a 6 CD disc changer, but it's all in the dash. I'm like, who the fuck uses CDs anymore anyway?
Seriously.
I just
Still
well,
standard.
So
It's still
2000,
standard.
2010, like when that car came out, Bluetooth. I have a Bluetooth set up in my car, but it's only for the phone. I can't hear audio out of it, so I have to set up a little Bluetooth aux hack. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, our light.
Dimmed.
Yeah, and we went a little bit rogue for a second there.
No,
All right, keep
okay.
going.
So my Mercedes had those discs, and I played it and started like, oh, how do you learn Russian and stuff? And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And so every time I drove the Mercedes, I would listen to these instructional Russian discs because I was like, hey, why not? I didn't have to pay for this, and
Yeah.
I was curious. And the only thing after probably like 6 hours of listening to these tapes.
Did you take any foreign languages in high school?
Yeah. I took French for 3 years. So
Did you learn any?
yeah. No,
Like what?
Yeah. So I understand it better than I can speak it. Like if people talk in French, I pick up little tidbits and then I can like figure out the whole sentence type of thing. I'm not fluent by any means.
Right.
Like.
But yeah, 3 years doesn't make you fluent. Fuck high
oh,
school.
No, not at all. Especially if you do 3 years at 1 hour a day, 5 days a week.
I really
like,
think
are you
immersion's
kidding?
the best way to learn. If you just go to a
Yes.
country. Although I will say that I think I've said this before on a solo podcast that I'll learn Spanish and I'll learn how to say like pho if I go to Vietnam, but I will not learn your fucking language if it's Eastern Asian. You see that fucking script? It's just squiggly lines. I'm not gonna learn
Oh,
your
the
language.
Sanskrit?
Well, Thai and it's all different. Thai, Cambodian, Laos.
Yeah, but isn't that basic of the writing the Sanskrit?
I don't fucking know.
I think I
I
want to say that it is.
decided I'm not gonna learn your
really
shit.
don't.
All I know is that You gotta let it out, son. All I know is Vietnamese was used to be something like Thai, where it's all squiggly lines, but they switched to like a like a Latin alphabet and then made the word still unrecognizable.
So, but I mean,
To
you
English
didn't
speakers.
learn more Vietnamese after.
Fuck no. I was like, y'all know enough English to where I can order food?
Yeah, but you ordered dog.
I didn't order that shit. They just fed it to us. And you know what? When in Vietnam,
Did you realize it? Like, did you notice
No,
something
I mean,
different about the
I didn't
meat?
realize. I still don't realize it. I don't realize until every time I talk about it.
But I mean, like in that moment, like you were just eating and you thought it was normal.
It was probably water buffalo, but it could have been dog.
So you really had no idea what you ate.
No, I really don't. It was these guys in a little small town one night in northern Vietnam northern Vietnam is specifically known for eating dog.
And
They're
you just
fucking commies.
risked it for the biscuit.
And we were hanging out with these dudes one night, and they wanted us to buy us drinks, and they had a few plates on the table, a little meat, and they offered us some, so we took that shit. I don't give a fuck. It was dog. It was good. I mean, it was meat,
Yeah.
and we were hungry, so it was good. Anything's good when you're hungry. Who you texting? We're not doing this again, are we?
no. Sorry, Hannah just got over the pass and everything.
I
like that.
am gonna have to. Yeah, the pass got fucked this week. Like,
And they're supposed
the
to get
kind
another-
of fuck that I'm about to do to my toilet from pissing.
Dude, they're going to get 20 inches tonight, and so I was super worried about her. I was like, I really hope that
Don't
she
worry
doesn't.
about your girlfriend.
No, I was like, my thinking was like, damn. I was like,
I
dude,
hear
she's
ya.
going to drive like 4 hours over there and then just get stuck on the pass and not be able to cross. I'm like, that'd be so unfortunate.
Yeah, but she
Or
drives a Jap car, so
the Honda Civic.
yeah. So
Honda
you just
Civic.
throw little chains on those front wheels
Something.
and go ahead. Do you think you can talk for like 5 minutes by yourself?
Oh Jesus, are you just going to go outside?
I'm gonna go piss.
Oh, upstairs.
I might go behind a dumpster.
Yeah, it's probably a solid idea.
Just if you do that, which I don't recommend. Thank you, landlords. Just look-
We're at Trestle Creek Apartments on the South Hill. In case anyone was wondering,
Bitch, I don't live on
In
South
Spokane?
Hill.
He ain't
We're
that bougie.
about 22 minutes in.
he ain't that bougie, dude. So this kid, oh man, we got a crazy story of how we met. I don't know if he's talked about this or not before, but I was working for Walgreens. Oh man, working for Walgreens. I was traveling around with them with this team. We call it, I think it was like CSR, something like that, consumer centric retailing. And got a part of it and traveling all over. And we're about a month, 2 months in, and ended up in Helena, Montana. And this kid was working as assistant store manager, and we were only at each store for 1 week. So I only knew Keith for 1 week, and then the week after that, I was like, dude, you gotta come with us, come traveling with us. And he's like, I don't know if I can. And Jesse, I think it was Jesse or Jason, his manager at the time was like, dude, you gotta do this, or like said the okay. I'm not really sure how the whole conversation went because Keith isn't here, but. No, anyway, so Keith was able to be part of the team, came traveling with us for about a month. We had a blast. And then I didn't see Keith for a solid year, maybe 2 years after that. But every day we talked. Every day we hit each other up. Every day I always had good combos. I was very solid. And then, he'd come to Spokane sometimes. I'd go out to Louisiana. And I fucking came out to Louisiana this one time. I was like, yo, bitch. I was like, I'm going to come to Alexandria this time. And so I worked as a maintenance guy for a condo complex. So I had a free condo and everything like that. And got my plane tickets out. And I got a round trip plane ticket, okay? So round trip, right? I get into Alexandria, Louisiana. He shows up at the airport, opens up the middle console, and it was fucking a frozen bottle of Kettle One. He's like, "You ready?"
I
was
wasn't really into Kettle One back then for some reason.
like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Shit!" I was like, "Fuck, we're doing this."
I think it's
Hell
because
yeah.
I was making like $11 an hour.
Yeah,
And I was
dude.
like, I can afford this shit now. I just need to work 3 hours to afford it.
And this bitch. So we started drinking at the airport parking lot before
Yo,
we drove. And
Quick
then,
little tangent. When you're pissing, right? I don't know if this is an uncircumcised thing or not, but like when you shake it off, right?
yeah.
Do you have like a limit of how many times you shake it? Because I just jerk it.
I mean, I usually just I shake it before it gets hard.
I'll go through that shit.
Because
No,
it
but
doesn't grow much
I'll
more.
shake it like 20 times, right? And then I'll put it back in my boxers, and I'll feel.
Oh, wait, you wear boxers?
or boxer briefs. I'll put it back in my fucking dick sack right there, and then I'll feel a little coming out. And I'm like, God damn it, man! I thought I shook it all out.
You know what that's called? You know what that's called?
It's called runoff.
No. It's called STD.
Oh well.
It's called gonorrhea. Actually, I have no fucking clue what it's called.
Well, I don't have a green dick, so. Oh, okay.
All right. So anyway, I went to Alexandria, flew down, and we were hanging out. And he was
I
like,
wish I had a camera on you for this because I don't want you to hear this.
he was like, yo, bitch. He's like, we're going to Puerto Rico. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah.
Thawing out my shoes.
We're getting one-way tickets to Puerto Rico. And I was like, fuck, okay. And then we fucking went to Puerto Rico completely on a whim. Didn't know anyone there. Knew absolutely nothing.
Kind of excited to hear this later about what you said when I was pissing.
Fucking, it was an adventure.
Yeah,
and,
but we've beaten down the Puerto Rico subject so much. It's like we're living in the past.
But
like some old-ass men.
No, the reason behind it is I was telling the story of how we first met you at Walgreens, and talked for a while, connected, had a good combo, blah, blah. Sounds a little gay, but it is what it is.
That drug company we work for. So I do have some really interesting things to talk about that I thought of this week.
Oh, no one really cares.
Well, I do. So y'all got to care. And if you don't, then we'll be at 8 listeners. So let me ask you a serious question.
Oh, shit.
All right. How many times per year, and I asked my wife this the other day, just to get her thoughts on it. How many times per year, we're not doing shots, we're just doing
for her thoughts. Did you give her shots?
We're just doing sips and drips, son.
Sips and drips like your dick?
Yeah.
All right, so serious talk, real talk.
How many times per year can a man of my age, grown man, 30 years old, get away with shit in his pants? What do you think is the number? Because I'll tell you the story. But
so just because I know you, like I already know the numbers at least over 2. But
well, then we're golden.
But in reality, I think it's 0.
Really? How many times have you shit yourself this year?
None.
Fuck you, man. Nah, man. How many? No, like, what's a reasonable answer to this? Well, how many times a year can a grown man shit himself?
None. 0. You're a grown ass man. You learn how to hold that in. you learn.
No. What if you trust your butthole so much?
But you have fake trust.
Well, I guess you guys.
You have false.
Somebody's got some insecurities in that situation.
False inhibitions.
Well, so.
You can't even. Oh, dude, this kid shit himself when he was
Thursday.
driving.
No, Wednesday night. I was in Missoula.
Was recently.
Wednesday night, I was in Missoula. Hold on, I'll tell the story. Wednesday night, I was in Missoula. I had just eaten a quarter pounder with cheese.
Did you have the bun?
And a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos.
Oh,
by the way, shout out to Cool Ranch Doritos. Those are so 90s, but I love those, man. They're so good.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're still around. They're sticking it out. But I was just sitting in the truck doing some audio testing, which obviously didn't help because I fucked up everything tonight. And I tried to fart, and I had to throw away my underwear at that point. Damn. And so the reason why I asked that is because less than a year ago I shit myself, also in a truck.
I remember I was on the phone with you.
Yeah, and it was much better weather out, so that helped. Because I actually got out and there was no people around, so I got out, naked and wiped myself. But so I guess 2 times a year so far. Because if I make it to August of next year without shitting myself, then I'll be 2 times a year average. Well, average for this year, not for every year.
Shit.
So what? I mean, you say 0, I say 2. Because I've shit twice.
To each their own, man. To each their own.
You're right. Wait, but really, have you ever shitting yourself in an adult capacity?
No.
Don't lie.
No, seriously.
Don't lie.
I haven't.
Come on, man.
I haven't. But I have pissed myself because I was.
See, I've never done that. I've only shit myself. Dude, I don't know what's worse.
Dude, when we were in Puerto Rico, dude, I was so shit-faced drunk. I don't know if I took drugs that night or what, but I was drunk on something. Probably. And I was all kinds of fucked up, dude, and I went to sleep and I had this dream I was peeing, and I literally woke up and I was peeing so hard it's hitting the wall right next to me.
See, the only issue I've ever had, I've never had a peeing issue. I've just had a trusting a fart issue.
But did I ever tell you about that in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard you piss yourself before.
Dude.
See, I thought you shit yourself before.
No, that was straight pee. That
No,
was
but
straight
seriously, like man to man, like if we weren't recording right now, have you shit yourself?
pee. Yeah. Oh, yeah. In Casa Diora, dude, I was like 13, and my stomach wasn't feeling well, and I shit, dude. And I had to go
But
to...
that's 13.
So I had to go to the
I
bathroom,
mean,
right?
like,
I destroyed my pants, and my parents still wanted to continue dinner, right? Super awkward. And my mom only had her running shorts, right? And so the running shorts were like this big, like my dick was hanging out of it.
Nice.
Oh, dude, it was awkward. And we had to finish dinner. Like we were there for a solid
Well, you should put your
45
dick
minutes.
away
And
when you're wearing a
I
running pants.
wrecked that restaurant, man. Like everyone looked at me like there was shit dripping down my leg. Like it was disgusting.
So the thing about me, as you get older, I think you care less about that kind of stuff because I walked into the truck stop a few nights ago with an obviously shit-stained pant, and I'm sure people could see me. I tried to wipe it up with like a wet, a wet toilet paper, and then it just made the back of my pants wet, so it looked like I just shit water. Let me ask you something. Do you dip? You know what that means, right?
Yeah, you dip the
because you know
toilet paper, toilet paper in some water, or in the toilet
It's
water.
specifically a public bathroom where you turn a dry toilet paper into a wet wipe.
God, dude, and you love like your wet wipes too, man. Your
I just
baby
love
wipes.
I just love a relatively clean asshole. You know what I'm
God,
saying?
dude, you had a bidet in DC. Okay, I'll be honest. His bidet in DC, it was very.
It was basically like what you find in a kitchen sink. A little sprayer that you spray up your butthole.
It was
Now the good bidets that shoot water up your butthole from a toilet seat, those are like $400. I couldn't afford that. What? You getting some action? At least into your yeah, but it was twice, baby. It was twice. So I appreciate you staying married to me, even though we're not married yet. So you can dip out anytime, but I know you won't because I love you.
That's literally what I said. I was like, "You're marrying him, not me." Like shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, every grown man has to shit his pants once in a while to feel young again, right?
I mean,
Is that valid?
no,
Wow.
no, dude. I mean, okay. I mean,
Fuck.
babies like your fucking kid shits all the time in his
Yeah,
pants.
that's what I say. It's like my daughter shits her pants. Why don't I shit my pants?
because you're a fucking grown ass adult.
She's 10, 11 months old almost.
Exactly. So do you want to feel like you're 11 months old?
She seems pretty fucking happy.
She doesn't have bills. She doesn't have shit. She's like, she is super happy. She's got no responsibility.
She got bills, but daddy pays them.
yeah, dude. Her only
Actually,
concern is
Fucking state probably pays them at this
living,
point.
dude. Her only concern is fucking living.
Nah, just
All right, let's get off. Let's get off the vulgar subjects for
What
a
are you
second.
talking about? I love pooping.
Yeah, everyone poops. Everyone poops. There's a book.
Nobody
Literally-
poops but you is another book.
It really?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's
Wouldn't-
less popular. I do have some really great fucking topics here.
So I have a question for you.
What's up?
Would you rather be able to touch an object and know its complete history all at once, or be able to talk to animals? And you have to choose. You can't have one or the other. Obviously, it's rather this.
Wait, say that again.
So would you rather be able to touch any object and know its complete history?
Like if it was like the fucking
Anything you touch, like.
But it has to be history. It can't be like I can't touch my sister's cock.
Well, your sister has a cock. That's not. I mean,
Yeah,
it
if
is
my
what it
sister
is.
Well, I mean, she'd have history.
Shout out
too.
to Adriana.
I have more than one sister.
That's true.
But so like if I was to touch King Tut's fucking
Tomb.
yeah,
Yeah, you would know the full history of everything
that doesn't
about
interest
that.
me at all.
Okay, so would you rather talk to animals? Be able to talk
I think
to animals.
so.
Okay.
I think so.
But
I feel like they're just at such a different frequency. They're like, I don't give a shit about what you got going on.
but I mean, if you think about it in the logical sense, if you could talk to
It's not
animals,
logical to talk to animals.
No, but like think about it. Think about it. Like you have dogs barking, you have animals talking all the time. Like you don't know if you could.
They just
shut,
making sounds with their mouths.
but you don't know if you could shut that off. So birds chirping, birds anything, any sound that an animal makes, would it
So
be
you- what do you-
consistent?
What do you so in posing that question, do you think animals are saying like communicating?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So I agree they are communicating probably. But what is it? I mean, I know whales and dolphins probably communicate pretty well, but what is a fucking dog gonna say? What is a dog saying?
It's gonna be fucking annoying as fuck. Give me that bone. Give me that food. Let me lick your leg. Let me hump you.
Put some peanut butter on that dick.
Yeah, dog. But I mean, like, if you couldn't shut that off, if it was a
I
consistent.
probably wouldn't want to hear that either. I'd probably just
banter.
kill myself. Is there a third option?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'd rather be able to touch something and know the history than be able to talk to animals if you couldn't shut it off.
So I guess
Because you
if
could
I'm
wear
not
gloves.
thinking
You
in
could wear gloves and not have to touch anything.
if I'm
You
not
wouldn't
thinking in
have
the
to know.
grandiose sense of like if I touch this table, right, and
Oh,
I
God.
would know its history. If, like,
Oh,
if
you don't want to know it's
if you anal bang somebody on this, and I would know the history of that would suck. But if I knew the history of these keys,
that'd be kind of cool.
so I'm thinking of like history in a grand sense, like if I touch King Tut's fucking tomb.
Yeah, I mean,
So maybe I'll
intense.
because animals suck. Animals probably don't have that much of a capacity to think. They
But we
just-
don't know. We genuinely don't know.
They're dumb.
They're maybe.
All right, so most of the animals we converse with are, well, I shouldn't say converse. 'Cause anybody that's having a conversation with a dog they're probably thinking the dog is their kid, and those people are weird.
Yeah, most people think of dogs as babies.
Although
They're like,
I will
"Oh,
say that
doggy."
dolphins and whales are probably the exception. We just can't understand those fuckers.
Dolphins are the horniest mammals on Earth. You
I'm the
know that,
horniest
right?
mammal on earth. Well, probably you actually, because
Yeah.
you'll stick your dick into any orifice.
No.
I mean, if it has Hannah over it.
No comment.
Would you ear fuck?
Ear fuck, dude. I don't want to dude. I'd blow out her fucking brains if I ear fucked her.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, would you do that?
No, it has no appeal to me at all.
Well, all right. What about armpit?
I'll
It's
give
kind
it
of
a try.
Slit there, yeah.
I'll give it a try.
Especially if you tattooed it or something.
I've thought about a belly button. Like if you
I
get,
haven't.
No, like if you got a really a larger than life girl, and
Yeah, but you have a lot of experience in that department.
hey man, it is what it
I
is.
drew my line at 100 and whatever pounds I weigh.
Shit, man. I mean, 350.
That's a lot. That's a fucking
lot of love to give.
neutron star.
It's a lot of love to
It's
give.
a lot of love to take, bruh.
Yeah, I can accept
Especially
it.
if you're on your back. Put your phone away.
Oh,
Especially if you're on your back.
dude, if you're on your back, it's suffocating.
Imagine being on a waterbed though. She would display so much.
If you fucking tsunami.
Who has waterbeds anymore? Do you think that's a cool thing nowadays? Like, how many people do you think besides your weird uncle has a waterbed?
So I had a waterbed growing up.
Yeah, but everybody. I mean, I had one too.
No,
My parents, who probably fucked a lot in it, had one. Is what I'm trying to say.
So I won't touch on that, but
You could touch on my parents.
so many comments, so not appropriate. And we'll get into that
There's
another
nothing
time.
appropriate about this.
Yeah, we'll get into it another time. No, so I grew up. My parents had a king size waterbed on the third floor of our house.
They were fucking balling.
They were.
They were making at least $25K a year.
Try quadruple that.
Yeah, like 100.
No, more than that.
That's quadruple 25K, son.
Yeah, no,
God
no,
damn it.
They were in the 400 range.
But anyway, so they can only afford a king size waterbed?
Yeah, so they had a king size waterbed on the top floor of our fucking house, right? And they had it for years, right? And it was great. And my mom hated it, my dad loved it, right? And anyways, our dog jumped up on it one day and fucking popped it, dude. It was a disaster. It was hilarious.
So
Looking back, it was hilarious. In the moment,
What did
in
they
time,
do
it was
after
stressful.
that? Did they get rid of the waterbed or they
yeah,
just patch it up?
No.
Were they like, God,
no.
we're over that stage in our life?
No, they tried to patch it up, but the patch didn't hold, and so a week later it broke, and it was a mess, and complete disaster. And then they got rid of the
busted
water.
all over him.
They got rid of the waterbed,
Yeah.
dude. Okay, so so there's a company dude, I cannot remember the name of it, but there's a company that's trying to bring waterbeds back into this day and age. If you look it up, there is a company that's trying to say the benefits and everything that's great about
Yes.
waterbeds, and is
feel like
trying to
there's no
bring back
benefits.
into the 20th
Do
century.
you think there's any bennies to waterbeds?
Besides porn, no, none.
I mean, they say there's more motion in the ocean, but let's face it, you're not fucking in the ocean.
Dude, I remember laying on that thing and
You're just sinking in, right?
Dude, it was miserable every time that you moved around. Like
You look
the
like
water
a
would
cyber freak in those glasses and that jacket.
the water would move. It would hit the edge of the bed, and then it would come right back to you. So if you
Yeah,
moved
waves.
once, it would hit. It would
Right.
hit a couple times, and it fucking sucked, man. I hated it.
No, water beds are definitely not efficient. They're definitely not lumbar supportive. If you want to go serious sleeping, get a fucking memory foam mattress, or just do like I do and just have sleep deprivation over the years and fall asleep anywhere you feel like. Because that's what I can do.
Sleep deprivation.
I just sleep anywhere.
Do you remember that time where you didn't sleep for like, oh fuck, man, it was like 38, 40 hours, something like that, and you're like,
I
I'm
do that.
fucking hallucinating, and I was like, dude, you need to not be driving, and you're like, nah, I'm good, man, I'm good, I got some caffeine in me, and I was sitting there, and I
no.
was like, what the fuck, man?
I don't
like,
remember
you
that.
need to like chill the fuck out.
I probably don't remember that for a very specific reason, but
yeah, probably because you're fucking.
no, I
sleep
do.
deprived
I
as
do
fuck.
have a lot less sleep these days because I just stay up a lot later at night. How late do you stay up?
Typically about 9:30. I mean late.
Damn, that's so fucking 60s.
Dude, the latest I stay up is typically like 10.
I go to bed around 12, 1 o'clock
Damn, dude.
on average.
what
but
time do you wake up?
usually, well, when Nola fucking... So, here's how it's been a couple times lately. Nola wakes up, Brittany wakes up with her. Brittany says... She kind of guilts me into waking up with him. So, she's like, Daddy, come join us, play in the living room. I'm like, I love y'all. But goddamn, I'm tired. So, it's still good? It's still good? I think that sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Fuck yeah, dude. God damn. I'm sorry, y'all, for that fucking fiasco earlier. If anybody is listening.
We had 10 people viewing that with no
Better
audio.
get 10 more, son.
Now we're only at
Send that
one.
shit on Pornhub.
We're on 1.
Yeah, I really don't give a fuck about
No,
it.
but I'm just surprised. Like, who the fuck would watch 10 people watch that with no audio? Like, no context of what was going on.
Well, deaf people.
There's no subtitles. Oh, lip readers. We got 10 lip readers. Hell yeah.
They can't hear shit. We're not focusing that well.
Should we refocus? Let's do a little.
Hey, can I ask you a really quick question, though?
Yeah. What's up? What's up, dog? What's up, homie? Homie G. Homie G.
So, what nationality do you think you are?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 100% what I am.
What are you? Say it.
So
Don't fucking
my
spray.
family originally came from Poland,
Okay.
and then so we're Poland. So I'm Polish.
You're Polandish.
I'm Polish, primarily Polish, German. I got a little bit of Lithuanian and Latvian in me.
And what?
And
Lithuanian and what?
Latvian.
Latvian?
Latvian. Is it Latvian?
Latvia? Latvia?
Is it Latvian?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Continue.
I didn't know. Well,
Onward, son.
Latvian. Ah, fuck you. Anyways, no. So Polish, German, Lithuanian, Latvian, and then
He's just
I have. It's like the biggest things that I have are Polish, German, and Hispanic in my blood.
So let me ask you a question about
Everything
that.
else is a mutt.
So why do you think Americans are inclined to, and I've done this before too, so I just realized this recently. Why do you think Americans are inclined to tell people what nationality they are besides American? Nobody American says I'm American.
Ooh, that's
Because people from England, if they have an Irish mom and a Scotland dad, but they're born English
they say I'm
in
English.
England, they'll say I'm English. If they're Lithuanian and fucking Serbian mixed, they'll be like, well, I was born in Serbia and I lived most of my life, so I'm Serbian. Why do you think people from America don't say I'm American? Why do you think they say, hey, I'm Irish?
Oh, that's a good point because
Even though you never spent a lick in
but,
Ireland.
I mean that's a good
Irish.
point because I sit there and I'm like, oh, I'm American. Well, not really. I'm this and this and this. I always do like a sub story to.
This
after
is about
me-
nationalities, though. It's not
Yeah,
about.
But
well,
but you're right.
I guess when I pose that question, I'm thinking about it in nationality and not like a genetic sense. Not like where does your family come from? Where's your lineage? I'm saying what are you national? Like you're American. If you were traveling and you met somebody on the road, you'd say I'm American, right? I'm from America.
Yeah,
Like if you met a Viet on the road, you'd be like I'm American. You'd be like, yeah, I'm Viet.
that's a good point.
You'd probably be like you wouldn't say that exactly, but
That's a good point.
so why do you think Americans do that? We're the only country that probably does that, right?
Yeah, that I've never thought about it that way.
Because like people from
Curious.
Ireland are like, yeah, I'm Irish, but people from in America that have Irish lineage don't say I'm American. They say I'm Irish. They say I'm from another fucking distant land, island. Is there just like some stigma about saying I'm an American?
I think there is.
Really?
I don't know, because
I should have an American flag on this fucking wall.
no, but it's curious. Like, okay, so if you think about people that, nothing against rednecks or anything like that.
By the way,
but-
I found out I was mostly English, but I thought I was super French because I'm from Louisiana.
so
So I'm American.
okay, think about people that like rep the American flag all the time, those big trucks and everything like that. They're like, I'm fucking American. Those type of people don't say where they're from, nationality. They're like, I'm fucking
Yeah.
American. They're strong-headed about that, right?
Right.
So do you think that there's people in other countries that are like, hey, yeah, I am Japanese, but like, do you think that there's the same
It's
offset
hard to
that we
say
have?
because
I guess we
I
need
just
to
said
travel.
because twice because America is like the seriously first melting pot of like world history. There's never been such a serious melting pot as the United States have been. We allow anybody and everybody to come in here. If you go to people
Only
love
if you
to,
can jump the wall.
no, if you can get a visa. Like if you go to
was a
so
joke.
people love to talk about the Swedish and Scandinavian countries, which includes Sweden. People love to talk about the Scandinavian countries and how great they are, but they're homogeneous means they
know what it
are
means.
yeah, okay. Y'all know what it means?
I don't think they do.
Anyway, so they don't have any diversity. They're Swedish. They don't have African Americans, Latin Americans. They don't have Vietnamese Americans. They don't have fucking Laotian, Cambodian, fucking Chinese Americans. They have Swedish. And so there's no diversity in their home country, and they have a much smaller population. But America is the biggest experiment in diversity in the entire history of the world.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, because it is. That's
yeah,
why
but
I think
like,
it is.
what was the basis of that? Like, what?
Because people came to this country saying we want to be free and we want to have no rules, and so immigrants are allowed. Anybody that wants to come here is.
But how
is
free
golden.
are you here?
Well, unless you're a fucking Native American, then you're golden.
I'm just saying, like,
You're very like
people come here from
so
other countries.
in
because
in the current sense. If you say that freedom in the current sense to me is very like America's very free, because I've seen countries that don't allow any kind of political dissidence.
So you've been in other countries. So okay, this is perfect segue. So you've been in other countries. When you were in other countries, did you not feel free? Did you feel like you were tapered, that you had to take back certain things of what you said and what you did?
So let me go change this. Fucking camera's turning off when it wants to.
Well, I mean, we still got audio here, but it is curious. Like when you view other countries and go to other countries and whatnot, it's, you know, do you still feel that you still have the freedom that you had? You can say
No.
what you want, do what you want, or is it more regulated? Like, do you feel like you're stepping on?
The freest
glass?
place I've ever felt was the U.S. of A.
Really?
Yeah.
So my only experience is the U.S. and Puerto Rico. But Puerto Rico, like, I didn't give a fuck what happened there.
Have you ever been outside of the country, like officially?
Canada, Puerto Rico, that's
Canada's
it.
U.S. light.
I know. I'm just saying, like, those are the places that I've traveled.
Okay.
I've never traveled like you have.
So, let's say Vietnam specifically.
So I'm curious.
They're kind of similar to China. I was gonna say Chinese. To China, where you can't really speak out about the government without getting any kind of reprimand. Their
But
police.
How do they know?
Well, if anybody hears you, that is a part of the government. That's the only way, really.
Because I mean, like same with the USA. If you talk negatively
I
or
mean, you
say
have,
certain things about the
unless
president
you're
and stuff,
unless you're specifically talking like a specific threat, like you're gonna kill the president.
you just
That's the
fucking said
only
that.
thing. No, but in context, you would know that that was not a threat. If in context they found that you were saying a threat, that's illegal. But but in context, if you were talking like that in China would not be allowed.
Like not talking negatively about the government.
Like if you say if there was a threat of killing the president, that would not be allowed. That specific sentence would not be allowed.
Interesting.
So
by
in-
anyone that's there, it doesn't matter who hears you.
Well,
it's
it
like
all is if you're
frowned
broadcast. So here's another thing: if you're broadcasting in that country, you have to be approved. Everything that you broadcast in that country has to be approved by the government.
And doesn't
So
like,
the government hears it eventually anyway.
it's everything's government regulated. Like Facebook
In China,
I
yeah.
don't even think Facebook's allowed in China.
No, it's a Chinese version of Facebook.
Yeah, but Facebook
might have the
itself.
No, Facebook itself you can't really access in China.
Interesting. What if you tried to use like a VPN and like bypass it?
I suppose you could, but I'm sure they track that shit too.
Well, I know, but
Those
like
Chinese are fucking wizards.
Well, it's crazy. Like, so I'm just
Those
not thinking
Chinamen.
about it. I don't like see a lot of people that are of Chinese origin or Japanese origin on
Go down to the
Facebook,
fucking
unless they
go down to
are
the fucking
unless they
Chinese buffet down the street, bro.
unless they came into the United States, man. I
They
don't
are
see
some
them on
OGs.
Facebook. I don't see them on Facebook at all.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I'm not
no,
friends with a ton
you,
of them. So.
I'm not sure you can access Chinese Facebook from America. I think you might have to go through a VPN or something.
But even then, how successful could that be? Because it's so strictly
It is strict.
regulated there.
But like, so even
Like, could
more
you even
strict.
download a VPN in China?
Well, yeah. I mean, their networks are most likely state owned, so they control all that shit, all the broadband.
So you probably couldn't even get into.
No,
VPN.
probably not. I mean, so the worst experience I've had, well, not the worst experience because I love this country, but the worst egregious freedom of, I mean, not freedom of anything, basically like taking away of freedoms is Cuba. Like people are very controlled there. There's a specific Wi-Fi they can get on, but there's only a small network they can actually choose from when they're going on the internet. I gotta pee again.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll keep it on podcast real quick. And
You want to talk and then I'll talk?
yeah, we can break.
You
Dude.
talk. No, just talk.
All right. Man, I don't even know what I'm to talk about. Man. It is curious. Different countries have a lot of different rules and regulations, and each country has their own appeal to each person. You know, a lot of people want to come to America for freedom of speech, opportunities to have the American dream. But if you think about it, why can't you go to Europe, have the European dream? I mean, immigration's still the same. Opportunities are amazing over there. You know, what makes Americans or America have that American dream versus any other country? I mean, I guess, man, I was going to say, like, you could start from the bottom in America and work your way up to the top to anything. You can learn everything, but I'm like, I feel like that is the same with any country. You go to a country, you can find your way, you can work your way up. So why is America so prevalent for the American dream? If someone wants something hard enough, they're going to get it. So why does it have to be a specific country? Why does America have to be the American dream? Why can't you go to Germany, start from scratch, and work your way up? Why does it matter? Why does
What are
it
you
matter?
talking about?
I'm saying, like, the American dream. So everyone's like, oh, I'm going to go to America for the American dream.
All right.
Okay, well, why is that so enticing to outside countries? Whereas, let's say you're in Iceland. I don't know. I'm just using this as an example.
Fucking Reykjavik.
Oh, I would love to go to Reykjavik. But you're in Iceland, for example, Reykjavik, and you are like, oh, I need to go to I need to go to America to have that American dream. But it's like, why not go to Europe or Germany or somewhere over there? Why not go there for your dream? Why do people gravitate towards America for the dream? Because immigration is still going to be the same across everywhere.
Well, why do you think?
I don't know. Because you start from the bottom. Okay, so you immigrate, you have your skills, you have your skill set. You start from the bottom, you work your way up with any company.
Yeah.
And that's the same way with any country, any company, any job. But America has a stigmatism about it where, oh, I'm going to America, I'm going to have the American dream.
That's not a stigma.
But why?
It's the opposite.
But why would people not do that in Europe? Or
Because
like, I'm gonna have the
I
European
really
dream.
think that
Like, why? Like, what?
Europe is more restrictive. A lot of their countries are more, I'm going to use this word again, homogeneous. And they're a lot less receptive to, even though we have a very Republican and very apparently like xenophobic type culture now, like still America's pretty diverse and people from all around the world are a lot like Elon Musk. Let me say Elon Musk again. He's not an
You never
American.
said it this first podcast, or second podcast.
Well, yeah, I said it in this. I was talking about sucking his dick in the first podcast. So, the
He
first
was.
live recording. But Elon Musk is an African American. He's from South Africa.
Is he really?
He's born and bred in South Africa.
Good for him.
He has lived in Canada, and he has a visa, maybe from South Africa or Canada,
Who
that
cares,
allows him to
though?
be in the U.S. And guess what? He's a permanent U.S. citizen because of
His
his American dream. He wants to do it in America. Why does he want to do it in America, not Europe?
Is it like taxes, tariffs, or maybe it's
A lot of it has to do with taxes. We have a lot less taxes.
And so as when you were talking, I was thinking, so like for example, let's say I was an engineer by trade,
Yeah.
electrical engineer. If I was going to immigrate and move to Canada, Canada wouldn't allow me to take that job away from one of their citizens.
Well, Canada's got a much.
I'm just using it as an example.
So, Canada has a smaller population, but a much more widely accepting immigration policy, I believe, than America. But since they have such a smaller population of people, that it seems like America's more open. So, a lot of people do come from India and Pakistan to Canada and can get visas there, but they can't get visas to the U.S. because of their nationalities. But because of their skills, they can get visas to Canada and eventually get into the U.S. So, what are you saying?
So, my thinking, or what I was trying to say is, like you said, with Canada, they have more restrictions and stuff like that. I think coming to America, there's so many opportunities, so many things that we don't care.
is.
We don't care if you're from another country. If you have better skills and you can do something better in America, we welcome you. Whereas other countries, if
Most of
you
us.
can be better than anyone else in that country, we don't want you. But America's like, hell yeah. Like, if you're amazing, we'll take you and
Yeah.
we'll profit off of
Yeah.
you. So I think it's easier to come to America with a talent than it is to any other country, because we are
Yeah.
a lot easier and more accepting, and just like,
Well-
hey,
well, even
we
though
can
we
profit
have-
off you, we'll tax the shit out of you, whatever.
Well, even though Donald Trump is president, I mean, we've still had a constant influx of immigrants with high skilled labor, like doctors and lawyers and shit. And even though it seems like we're a very xenophobic culture these days, we're really not. We still have a much more diverse population than most countries around the world.
But why do you say that we have the most diverse culture or country around the world when we've only been here? How many immigrants do we know? Or I think America and I think the USA has such this idea behind it that everyone immigrates here and stuff like that for so many different things, that we're like, oh, we're we have the most immigrants out of everyone. But it's like, we really don't know other countries' immigration statuses. We don't know how many people are actually genuinely going to other countries.
No, I think there's statistics on that. But I mean, like, so this circles back to what we talked about before. Like, why do people decide to? Why do Americans not say they're American, but they say that they're part of another culture, right?
I think it's because secretly we want to be.
Well,
And we're not satisfied.
America's like the bus station, right? Where you get to it and everybody's different, right?
That's a good way
And
to put it.
say, yeah, I'm from here, I'm from here, I'm from here.
We're
right?
a transient state.
Yeah, well, that's one of the smartest things I've ever heard you say. Transient state. We are very transient, and I appreciate that about America. And that's why probably people don't say they're American. They say that where their genealogy is from.
Yeah, because we're not content with where we are, or maybe we are.
And that's why
but
people
we-
come here, and they want to make something for themselves, and they say I'm Indian, but I'm in America to fucking launch a fucking Saturn V5 to space. I don't know if those are. I think those are retired. That was a NASA thing.
Dude, so the second you said the V5, I was like, my instant thought was that song G6, chilling in my G6.
Whoa, shit.
And
V5 is much faster than the G6, son.
But no,
It's hydrogen powered.
everyone, when that song came out and people that had a Pontiac G6 were like on Seventh Heaven, I'm like, dude,
Speaking of-
motherfuckers, it's a fucking plane. It's not
not
a
a-
car. Like, nice try. And then Pontiac and Saturn are both sold, and they're not owned. And that sale went
Yeah,
through.
Pontiac is
2006,
done.
2009.
Well, yeah,
2009?
after the recession, Pontiac and Saturn and a bunch of other. So Ford, I know, is making only trucks and Mustangs now.
So, okay, when you originally told me that, I was working at the dealership, and
Yeah.
they had no plans of discontinuing any production on anything. So, any
production.
mid-sized cars. So
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's their plan these days.
yeah, it very well might be. Did you hear? Oh my gosh. Okay, look this up. Look up
Okay.
full electric Ford Mustang. Ford.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
They also have
And
a
it's
Mustang SUV now.
Yes.
Well, concept.
And I want to say that one's electric too, but
No,
so-
this is the decade. 2020 is the decade that people are going to start getting into electric vehicles. Because let's be honest, even though the battery power sucks, the torque curves
are
are
amazing.
insane in electric cars.
They're pretty incredible, man. They'll toss you in your seat because it's instant power. You don't have to wait for the rev.
No,
or RPMs
there's
or
not. I mean,
nothing.
the torque is constant. It's not. There's not a peak RPM. That's constant.
So with that being
There's no
said,
gears.
So so the Mustang
Oh,
came
it's a
out.
gross ass fucking SUV.
don't look at the SUV. Don't look at the SUV. So Mustang came out with their typical
Looks
Mustang,
like a Hyundai.
dude. So their Mustang, they made a stick shift electric Mustang.
Uh-huh.
How the fuck would you get a stick shift Mustang? Like, do
The
you
only
just
thing I
Like,
know
'cause I like-
Teslas have 2-speed transmissions. Some Teslas they decided to do 2
2-speed?
speeds automatic. Yeah, automatics. 2-speed transmissions for
Why
just different gear ratios, like high speed and low speed. That's it.
But-
2 speeds are just like high torque versus like high highway speeds. That's it. And you couldn't even feel the gear shifts.
But like, I mean, there's just like a CVT transmission. But like,
Yeah.
why would you have to adjust the transmission for an electric motor?
I don't know the
I don't know
the
either.
efficiency or the torque of the electric motor, but they did incorporate a 2-speed transmission at one point.
That's interesting.
But,
That makes no
um,
sense to me.
As far as like anything over 2 speeds, that doesn't make sense.
No, but so
So if
with-
you have a 5-speed manual electric car, I'm gonna call some
horse
people.
shit. Some horse shit.
I'm gonna call some people.
So
and
no,
say
that's
horse
what I'm
shit.
saying. Like, look it up because Mustang.
Also, you know what's another horseshit thing is the, in electric cars, how like some non-Tesla cars, electric cars, they'll pipe in like internal combustion engine sounds through the sound system.
oh yeah,
That's
to
bullshit.
make it feel a little something.
That's bullshit.
You know,
It's a paradigm shift. You gotta embrace that.
so Harley created this live wire motorcycle, right? That was
Which
all,
is pretty cool.
It okay. So honestly, it was in production, dude. It's been in production for the last like 5 years, if not more. And finally, I saw an article where someone was actually riding in, they're test driving it, and they're
Yep.
finally coming into the public arms, which is amazing. But for the longest time, when they first like announced it, they're like, yeah, you'll be able to hear the rev, hear this, and this. It'll sound just like a regular motorcycle, blah, 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 right? But over the years, as they've developed this motorcycle, what they did is they created this gear system inside of the motorcycle itself where it doesn't sound like an actual motorcycle, but you can still hear it. Like you can hear the whining, you can hear everything. So it's not quiet like a Tesla. It's its own unique entity.
I've never been in a Tesla, but I think
no, you can't hear Tesla at all.
Well, yeah. What I'm saying is like there's a different feel to it because you punch it, right, and you feel instant torque, instant power. And what like senses do you associate with that besides the inertial push against your head against the fucking seat? But do you experience any sounds like it? Is there any whine? I've never been in a Tesla, so I don't know.
There's no whine. There's no nothing. You hear
so,
it's
like,
silent, complete
is that like
silence.
So is that like a paradigm shift of what cars are gonna be, or is that something people aren't gonna get on board with? You know what I'm saying? Like, are people like the Tesla truck that's gonna come out, that ugly ass fucking thing? Is that gonna be
like it, man?
I don't.
I
don't like the look of it, but
it's growing on me, man.
There's another truck called the
Revino or something.
No,
the Rev.
No, there's a truck called Nikola.
Oh, have you seen the Revino?
It's hydrogen powered. The Nikola's hydrogen powered. It's made for a driver because it has a giant cab in it.
Huh.
The Nikola's really cool looking, and I would definitely drive it. But God, guys, come up with a different fucking name than Nikola and Tesla. Come on, pick like fucking Mervin or something.
Nikola's just trying to like go balls deep into the Tesla,
and it's not even electric. I mean, it's hydrogen electric. It's not even fully electric. It's not.
Hydrogen is such a. I mean, like it's amazing. It's great. But the thing is hydrogen has not been introduced commercially in any form, shape, or matter. That it's untested. It's unfucking tested.
There's still like orders from dealerships. I don't get it. So
the first
hydrogen Nikola truck.
So the first hydrogen-powered super yacht just came available or just got produced or whatever, I think like this last week. And it's supposed to be gorgeous and amazing.
Hydrogen what?
Hydrogen super yacht.
God, I sound so drunk.
Yeah, you sound a little tossed.
Yeah.
That's all good. I'm pretty solid though right now, motherfucker.
Nice. I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have my phone.
But I told you, like, I'd be good. There are some times where I get a little drunk and
Ben apologized. Do you apologize for your last podcast?
Yeah, I started off strong and then I got a little shitty face.
Yeah, a little bit.
So
told me to fuck off. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. And I have no idea. I thought I was under control in that moment in time, and I don't really know. What
I love
happened.
You when you're sober. How
yeah.
about I say that,
dude? I love myself.
2 shots in.
I love myself when I'm.
And just like this
too.
audio, that's my compression. That's my limit.
But like, no, man, I'm good right now and
no,
stuff.
You're golden right now. You just look at your phone every once in a while, but still.
Yeah, it just it's a long.
Hannah's fine. She's below like 1,000 feet in elevation. She'll be all right.
Yeah, no. She just texts me and I don't want to ignore her. Like I love her. So.
Yeah, well, she ignores you.
Yeah.
Did I say that?
She definitely.
She doesn't ignore you. She probably just like waits a little more to text you back than you do.
No. I mean, her and I had a conversation about that, but that's personal, and we're not going to get into that.
This is personal shit, man. I'll tell you something.
Okay. So Hannah's like, yeah. Sometimes I see your text message and start texting you back, and I just forget.
Yeah,
But then she'll text everyone else back.
How do you know that though?
Oh, because she's told me.
How do you know that?
She's literally told me.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Okay, I'm just going off of what she's told me.
Well, I mean, I don't believe what she's told you. I don't believe her. If she forgets to text you back, and she does, I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
But
it's not important. She's
it's
amazing.
Not that important. She's all right.
She's amazing. She's wonderful, and I love her.
She doesn't text you back right away. She can't be that amazing. She can be all right, which is perfect.
Nah. She's if she's busy and stuff like that, I respect it. I don't.
All right is perfect.
I don't want to take up a lot of her time.
Shout out to Diesel Brothers. I talked about this earlier. We're
Oh yeah,
canceling.
sponsoring our podcast, dude.
They're not
I'm
sponsoring
so
shit.
stoked about this, dude. They're sending us a truck so we can roll.
Have you ever seen
coal.
that show?
Yeah, lots of times. The
So
beards
I
are
love these
great.
guys. They're awesome.
Sweet. I gotta pee.
Unfortunately, they're getting sued right now by some schmucks trying to force the EPA rules on them about tampering with. Yeah, behind the dumpster. They're getting sued by civilians. I don't know if they're getting sued. I can't say that really. Civilians are forcing them to get sued by the EPA for tampering with trucks, emission systems, which is so dumb. So I'm 50-50 on this. So in a way, I've been to Cuba and Vietnam, Thailand, Laos, Tanzania, Cuba, where, did I say that already? Nicaragua, where diesel is king and diesel is not regulated. And I know how little of quality you get in air quality. It's not nice to breathe, to take a deep breath in Vietnam or Cambodia or Cuba because they don't have emission systems, right? So I understand why the EPA has a law against tampering with emission systems on vehicles, specifically diesel trucks. And I read this article today about Diesel Brothers, who are the outfit in Salt Lake City selling trucks, doing a discovery show, getting sued by the EPA via some kind of civilian group about their dealership sales and how their trucks have been tampered with, EGRs and DPFs and DEFs, to allow black smoke to come out and more horsepower, less fuel efficiency. And I think this is so small scale. I think there should be a limit on how much the EPA can go after when it's in scale, because this is ridiculous that these guys are getting sued for like $500,000. Change that. $4 million something for selling trucks that have been allegedly tampered with by the EPA standards. I don't know why the fuck you're wearing sunglasses in this biatch. Benjamin Ruland is coming back and
song. Gotta wear my sunglasses at night. So
yeah, I've never been a fan of that song.
I can't even see you breathe.
I'll wear my sunglasses at night so I can see. I forgot.
Even see you when
I think the only person that's allowed to wear sunglasses at night is Jack Nicholson, because he'll rip your face off.
Oh, speaking of Jack Nicholson, this is actually something I saw the other day, which I thought was absolutely beautiful, to be honest with you.
Did you have that issue with the shaking off the piss, or no? Or is that just an uncircumcised thing?
It's definitely your thing.
All right, what are you saying?
My thing. Jack Johnson. So if you think about it, so he was in the movie School of Rock, right? Great movie, super old movie. Anyways, so
Okay.
a fat black girl came up to him and was like, "Oh, I can't sing," and he was like, "Yeah, you can. Like, you're amazing." And she was super self-conscious, and he's like, "No, you're amazing. Who cares what everyone else thinks?" Like, that whole movie is supporting self-love and self-confidence.
Okay.
And that movie was such a long time ago, but it's so beautiful. Like, if you truly dig apart that movie, it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Really? Oh man, you would
What
like
was it called again?
School of Rock. School of Rock.
I've
Jack
definitely
Nicholson.
seen that. That was School of Rock. Fuck.
You know Jack Nicholson? Or no, not Jack Nicholson. Jack Black. Sorry, apologize. Jack Nicholson is anger management.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Do you think Jack Nicholson would ever get into a driverless car? I feel like he would just yell at the thing.
Okay, so to be honest with you, I don't know him as a person. I only know his personality.
Well, that makes sense.
But
I probably know that you never met him.
But no, like I only know his personality from what I've seen on TV shows and other stuff, and it's super outlandish. And I don't know if that's just a character that he's portraying out to the world, to the public, or if that's how he is as a person. Don't know, because
I feel like he's the same all around, because I don't know if he can be that. So do you think you can, like, if you were a celebrity, do you think you can be
two things
100% bullshit all the time? Like 100% in character all the time? God, I sound so drunk.
I
Do you think it, like, how you're thinking of Jack Nicholson, how he's like, maybe he's a character all the time?
do think he's a character all the
Do
time.
you think that's
I think there's
possible
more to
as
it.
a celebrity?
To be a
Since they
character?
are real people.
Yeah, they're 100% real people.
Do you think that's possible though?
So
Or do
okay.
you think it's like the Johnny Depp situation where he slaps a bitch and he goes to
Oh
jail?
my gosh, who was that
I don't
guy?
really know the Johnny Depp situation.
Oh my gosh, I got called. Oh man, dude,
Bitch.
I had like long hair, and I was wearing a hat at a coffee shop in my Tacoma, and
What a
fuck,
gross ass! Shout out to that gross ass place, Tacoma.
dude, fuck, what was his name? He's married to that one guy, that one girl in
Tacoma could be a guy.
no, I gotta look this up really quick. He is married to Kristen Bell. Who's that? Dax.
That's the chick that
Dax
played.
Shepard.
Yeah, his
Dax,
wife.
Yeah, Dax
Played
Shepard.
that chick that played Veronica Mars.
Yeah, it still
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
So-
barely, because
I think it's the last season of it.
she was pretty old in her last season. She's like third. So they went season 1 to season 3 when she was like kind of in her teens. Season 4 was in her 30s, so that's how they went with it.
Damn.
crazy.
So when I had long hair and
I
stuff
love
like
that show, by
that,
the way.
I went to a coffee shop and they're like, "Are you
Shit.
married?" They straight up asked me that. "Are you married to Kristen Bell?" And I was like, "Huh, what? No,
I mean, Dax fucking shit.
no."
I can see a little bit though.
I mean,
Honestly,
long
like,
long
take
hair,
Take those dumbass sunglasses off.
like long hair.
Hold on. Blonde.
Like long hair.
Yeah, Dax Shepard is pretty fucking ugly, so you could look like him.
Yeah. But anyway, so
But he pulled a fucking hit or a hot Kristen.
Oh,
bro.
well, dude, he's got a great personality, but
She's got a normal personality.
dude. She's
and
fucking
body.
crazy as fuck.
She's got no work done. And I love that about a girl.
So anyways, so my point is for you saying like, can characters or actors be characters or actors be actors? And,
Yeah,
or
like what
whatnot.
does Johnny Depp do when he's not shooting
Exactly.
Pirates of the Caribbean?
And I have no fucking clue who he
probably
is as a
being
person.
Jack fucking
'Cause,
Sparrow.
I mean, if you think about it, like, okay, all right, I'm going to touch on that side note. Johnny Depp for a second, Fear and Loathing.
Yeah.
Ha, shout out, got a story for
Johnny
that.
Depp's badass, by the way.
We got a story in Slidell at Motel 6, but we'll talk about that in a second.
Barely Fear and Loathing. Mostly just fear.
So anyways, no, so like if you're thinking about like celebrities being themselves all the time or not being themselves, if you look at Dax Shepard is a great kind of starting point. Dax Shepard has and is, I mean, if you look at his movies versus how he is as a human being, interviews or anything, he's always that goofy, silliness, loving person.
Yeah.
He's never portrayed anything other than how
I remember
he is.
mostly in, for all you millennials that have seen Idiocracy,
Yeah, he was the same person.
he's hilarious in that movie.
But he is the same. It doesn't matter. Like he is who he is. So okay, for example, let's take Robert Downey Jr. for
He was
example.
on Joe Rogan's podcast recently.
Yeah, just recently, like
a couple days ago.
yeah, I saw it. I haven't
fully watched it either.
I was like, I saw it. I was like, I need to watch that, and that was about my extent of that.
He's been going nuts lately with the podcast.
But what I'm saying is, Robert Downey Jr. is so different. Not like drastically different, but he is different comparatively to how he is in movies.
Yeah.
And so if you look at Adam Sandler, for example, Adam Sandler has played a plethora of different characters. And as he is as a human being is maybe not the same as all of his characters. He can play a wide variety of things, but at the base of everything, he is who he is. And like you can like take down those borders and those walls and like really knock it down, and you can still see who he is as a character and who he is as a person. But Dax Shepard, if you take Dax Shepard, dude, he is who he is throughout everything. Like he is who he is. It's just how he is, and that's how he gets parts, and that's how he is. It's amazing. But yeah, dude,
He's
I fucking got
funny.
coffee. Dude, I rolled up in 2019 Tacoma. I rolled up to this coffee shop and longer hair, had my hat on, had my glasses on
Right.
and stuff. And I was like, hey, I need 2 coffees, whatever. I don't fucking remember
For
what
who?
I ordered. This was out in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. And the lady was like, I don't know, man. She was being super weird. And she's like, she's like, can I ask you something? I was like, yeah, what's up? And she's like, are you married to Kristen Bell? And I was like, I wish.
God, I don't believe the story at all.
Dude, dead serious. I am dead serious. It was the weirdest thing because I've never like. That's such a like. Okay, so
Yeah, it's
I got Jeff Goldblum the most in my life.
Yeah, you look like shit. You look like a fucking
so,
bug.
So I've gotten Jeff Goldblum
Right.
like the majority of my life. I look like Jeff Goldblum, but I've never gotten Dax Shepard, so it kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, I could see Dax Shepard for sure if you had
Really?
blonde hair.
Really?
Yeah. You got that weird ass face.
Shit, motherfucker. I guess I'm down my hair.
Um.
Oh god, dude. I'm definitely.
Well,
down
I
my
mean,
hair.
what do you think? What do you think Dax Shepard is doing for this new? What do you think Dax Shepard's New Year's resolutions are?
Love his wife more.
Yeah, she's hot. What do you think your New Year's resolutions?
I don't
are?
believe in New Year's resolutions.
So they're pretty typical. I understand that.
No, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions.
Because why?
Because okay,
I gotta piss
if
again.
if you think that you need to change something in your life, why the fuck do you need to wait for the new year?
It just seems
fucking
like
make a
I
change.
think
Start
just-
doing it.
I think it just seems like a new, like another,
New you, new day, new year.
a new, a new year, but
It's a fucking
like a new time
excuse.
period of 12 months to
It's
do
an
something
excuse.
different.
It's an excuse.
Excuse for, but people, they live on excuses.
Yeah, but you can start anything at any moment in time and give
Right.
it 12 months. It
Right.
doesn't
Well,
matter.
Why do you think people start New Year's resolutions?
I think it was something that was started because, like, hey, we had a shitty year. Let's have a better year. No, like, if you're having a shitty year, make something of it, do something a little bit better, and change it. Like, don't
Are you
sit
gonna
idly.
Are you gonna do anything different this year?
Yes.
Is that a resolution?
No, it's not a resolution. I have.
how are you framing it besides like a New Year thing?
It's something that I'm working towards and that I've been.
What are you working towards?
So, I want a new place. I want a new car, and
Typical.
I
Like pivotal.
and I want to do something else that I'm not saying on this podcast, but I'll tell you about it later.
Like butt sex. Well, you're doing butt sex.
No. But I will.
I think you should just let it out live, bruh.
Nope, not going to.
Let the world know.
Nope.
Come on, it's
Nope.
so freeing.
Yeah, it is freeing. But
Hey, world, do you think I have to take a piss again?
yes, he does. All right, so
what do you talk about when I leave?
I don't know. Last time I talked about like midgets and stuff, and it
Okay.
was weird.
No, keep talking about that kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh, Keith. Oh, I feel like so. Oh my gosh. Okay, so when I first met Keith, he was super against having any type of kid. He's like, I'm never going to have a kid, never going to have a child, nothing like that. Goodness gracious. He met this girl in Spokane, and I totally bombed their first date. And I told her, like, this is their very, very, very first date. I was like, yo, Keith has a micro penis. Be careful. Like, I wasn't trying to ruin anything. I was kind of drunk. But looking back at it, it's like, maybe she should not have said that. But she decided to have some sex with him that night. And they've been together ever since. And they got a beautiful child together. And I'm really happy about that. But it's so crazy to see this friend of mine, my best friend, kind of grow and change and adapt. And it's beautiful. You know, you may not know that you want something in your life, and then it happens, and you realize the love and everything that you have for it, and it's a beautiful thing. And yeah, really love it. Really love it. Oh my gosh. So I traveled all over. It's easier to count the places in the U.S. that I haven't been than where I have been. But so I worked in DC for a couple months, like not consecutively, but kept going back to DC, and Keith lived in DC. Oh man, we went to this place down in, oh gosh, I can't remember where it was. I was near George Washington University, Foggy Bottom, and we walked up and went to this place called the Mad Hatter.
Shout out to propane heaters because I'm cold.
Yeah, it's warmer in here. And so we went to the Mad Hatter, and
DCU.
yeah, and because what was that? I was saying like I was near Foggy Bottom, and then like we went up to there. I don't know. They I think it was like DuPont Circle or something. Not really
close.
Yeah, I'm not really sure 100%, but we went to the Mad Hatter.
Mad Hatter's DuPont Circle.
Okay, and so we went there, and we're sitting there. We had a great time, stuff like that. We got free tickets to this like ball game, which we never went to, but it was dope. Like it was cool. We got free shit, and we sat there on this back patio area. There's no one there, and I remember we're sitting there and we're just talking, and I remember he put his phone down and he's like, "Let's just record this. Let's see what happens." And that was the very first time that we were like, "Hey, let's record our conversation." And now we're here.
I don't think I saved that.
No, I don't think you did either.
Should have though.
But
There's some water down here.
yeah, I mean, we got whiskey. It's like water. Oh shit, there's a lot of snow outside. Just don't get that yellow.
Yeah, there's plenty of snow. We could drink that. I could also go up into my house. We're about an hour and a half into this brand new podcast.
I don't even know what the fuck we've been talking about.
Oh, just some bullshit. What?
No, I'm just like, man. So I am curious. So when do you think that you should be able to make life choices? Like determine where you live, what you eat, what you drink. What age do you think would be standardized? Like, I mean, that's a tough subject because like every country has a different. Like, when are you considered independent? I guess that's
apparently
a good
America's 18, but you can't even fucking
you can't smoke anymore till 21.
No, that's fucking nuts. I think that's so stupid. Like, you should be about you can be 12. In my eyes, you can be 12 and smoking a cigarette and drinking a whiskey. You know what I'm saying? I think 12 is a good age. I think 12 is where we should have it to where you can be a full adult. You know?
I think 12's a little young.
Yeah.
That's a little too much because I mean, typically, like, okay, for example, like 12-year-old girls and stuff like that, they're going through puberty, so a ton of emotions and stuff like that, and like you do not want to put alcohol or drugs into like a 12-year-old.
But I mean, like, when you start saying teen.
True. But like my thing is you see all these other countries, Europe, German countries, stuff like that, where you have such a young drinking age,
right,
where they have way less problems with drinking. Well, from our perspective, they do. I don't know, like, if I live there, if they have a horrible drinking habit or whatever. But outside looking in, they have a pretty well drinking age, and it's very contained and stuff like that, and way less things than America has. So if America lowered everything, like, would we be able to have that kind of like outcome, or would it be worse? Like, you know, like what? Who knows? I don't know. I don't have an answer.
I don't
for
know.
that.
I think we live in a pretty reasonable state where Washington allows people to buy.
Do you have to pee?
I just peed. Good. If you're 21, you're allowed to buy weed in a shop for cash at age 21.
And now,
But still, like you have to be 21 for everything. Why not increase the legal adult age to 21?
but then
Like, what can you do at 18 versus 21 nowadays? Like,
now what? Well, no,
nothing.
federal legal age in the USA, you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes
Yeah.
and alcohol. So when you turn
Right.
18, the only thing that you can do now is vote and join the military.
Right. But you can't do any cool shit.
You can't do anything else. That's it. That's it.
That's dumb.
So what, like, other countries are like, hey, you're an adult when you can do this and this. They don't base it off of age. They base it off of you. So it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, dude, I've met people that are young, that are crazy intelligent, brilliant people, and very mature. I've also met people that are like 40 years old that act like a 12-year-old. So it's like, how do you, age is I personally, I think age is a very, it's a determination that I think is so vague. It's like, oh, your age, you can do this. But it's like, I think age shouldn't be the definition of what you can and can't do. I think it should be who you are and how you are versus the age. Because people age and mature at different levels. It's like, you can't always say, oh, a 21-year-old is always going to know what to do. No, fuck that. Life is about mistakes and trials and errors and everything. And it's about how you handle that and how you adapt and how you grow and everything. So how can you say 21 and older you're good, but you can't say 16 and older you're good? You can drive when you're 16, but you can't do anything else. Like, can't do shit. From 16 to 21 now in the United States, you can't do shit. The only thing that you got when you turn 16 is you can drive. That's it. That's it. Till you're 21. Can't do shit. Unless you want to die in a freaking war.
Yeah, I don't get the laws these days. I think we should
All right. So I think that's a good ending point, because I think that there's a lot that we need to talk about, but I think we should wait.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys.
Hold on.
I appreciate you guys listening to Shots and Thoughts, and apologize about being on my phone this time. You know, I just trying to make sure my girl's okay. Love you guys.
Dumb. Hold on.
And
Do you have anything you wanna
say?
I suppose.
Nah, there's lots I want to say. I could go into how. Nah, I'm not going to go into that. And that's personal. And it's something I guarantee you, Keith, is later on after we get on talking. He's like, dude, chill the fuck out. It's all good. You trust. And I'm like, yeah.
Well, here we go. I don't know if I can end this thing, but hold on. We're gonna this shit real quick.
Ooh, I just sent probably the worst text message that I'm going to regret in my entirety of my life.
I was trying to fucking play our little outro here, but it's not working.
No, it's all good.
But yeah.
All right, so I do have one. I'm going to leave you guys with a question until we get on next time, and I am very, very curious about you guys' response. All right, so here's my question to you. Since we can't play an outro, would you rather be able to fly or never be able to jump?
Shit.
That is your question. I expect answers, comments, and likes, and hit that bell icon if you want a ring-a-ling. And any phone numbers that you put below, we will call next episode.